Yo, what's up, guys? Why not be reckless, aka why not be casted? We have another spectating and analyzing video for you guys, and today we're going to be watching my boy Falcated up in the scrims. Falcated, I've said it since day one, since the first tournament, all the way back in season 1, that Falcated was going to be one of the most underrated slayers in the league and was really going to make a name for himself, and he really did. And we're going to watch some of the things that make him so special. Now, in this particular matchup, he starts off a bit slow, so stay with us a little bit because he really starts to heat up, and you're going to want to take some of the things that he does in his gameplay and implements it into yours really quickly, because Falcated really is that dude. But let's hop right into it.
Lay claim to the zones and defend them.
Interesting starting strat. Even though we're going to focus on mostly Falcated gameplay, I do want to focus on this starting strat right here. What are we doing here? What's our goal? We have one player going pillars. A lot of times people like to send at least 2 players going pillars and eventually try to force out sandbags, but we're not doing that. We're sending 1 player tower, and we're sending 2 players over toward the dummy side. 1 immediately goes mid, and Falcated immediately makes sure that nobody's pushing camo or cuts. It looks like that's his assignment, and now that he knows that that's clear, he's going to help over towards bottom mid and the pillar side. A interesting strat coming out of not phase, I guess we're calling them, even though he's wearing the phase skin right now. But interesting strat out of them. Okay, they're behind enemy lines. Oh, ends up reposting that player back. I think he might have wanted just, and it's tough because I feel like a lot of times you don't want to settle for a trade, but in this situation, I think 1, 2, 3. Yeah, at that point, instead of trying to repost him and try to avoid the melee, like lots of times, especially nowadays, they're able to melee right through your repulse. If this was before season 3, that repulse would have saved him from the melee, and then he would have gotten him real good. But a lot of times here, season 3, season 4, you can melee like almost through repulse if you get the timing right. So I think maybe would have wanted to settle for that trade. Spawns up immediately, plays the nest side. Looks like he wants to work in between. He's working in between Trippy and Penguin here. Oh, but hold on. He is getting flanked, and I don't know if he knows it. Does he know it? God bless. Why? So, I love that, bro. Because he heard the audio cue of that player jumping into C for a moment to chase Trippy, he was able to turn. Shots. Even better shots by the opposition. It's gonna be tough. You're not gonna win all your gunfights in a scrim against some of the best teams in the world. Which, by the way, not phased did pretty damn good in the scrims. So a couple bad deaths here in the early game. That's the one thing about Halo, man. These are long games, and you can turn it around real quick. We see a nice little setup here, by the way. I don't know if you guys peeped that. Right now, we got Falcated was able to watch the pillar door. Trippy was also able to watch the pillar door. And then we have nest side presence to focus on whoever's pushing sandbags. And right now, it's just a waiting game. Like they have an idea that the enemy team will be pushing over towards B. So the question now becomes like, where does that pressure come from? And let's play patient until we are able to identify where that pressure is coming from, and then we attack. Reads out with Stella right there. Sees where his teammates are going. That player did portal back green. And a few that's not going his way right now. Gets an easy shot onto Lucid. And oh my gosh, who was that? Who was that just flying at him? He's a dope, bro. It looked like stellar gameplay. I bet you're wondering how I got here. Snake bite, dude. Snake bite off the freaking top rope. Oh my goodness. Sheesh.
S7 sniper available.
You notice that Falcated always tries to position himself in like where he can support a teammate as much as possible. Like he is always trying to put himself in a place where he can help his teammates out. At this point, his responsibility is to take over this green side because nobody else is able to. Which green is already taken. Looks like SSG are actually rotating towards C. So now that he clears B, he's gonna wrap right back around a huge flank to stop. First of all, I don't know how that wasn't a triple, number one. Second of all, love this whole sequence here. Let's see if I can get this whole sequence. So we're gonna look at where we start off. We start off on Nest, just supporting his teammates. Realizes that green is wide open. Obviously, they could be pushing C, but also at any point in time, they can also be pushing Bravo as well. So what is he gonna do? He's gonna take it upon himself to fill in that lane, to fill in this role. And say, okay, the green side is now clear. And looks like he knows, okay, they are heavily pushing C. We're 2 down. Now he has an opportunity to either help Penguin or go A. He's going to choose to try to help Penguin here. Steals a kill, finds another one shot, gets the sniper, and then gets the pseudo triple in order to clear that Charlie side. That was huge. And because of that 3 down, after they spawn Alpha, they're able to go after Alpha. This was a huge play. A huge play coming out of Falcated. Sniper to finish him, and a good little double to trade out his life. Now we're starting to heat up a little bit. A couple bad deaths. Like I'm looking here, like we got what, one? Is this even a death? I don't even know what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we start off the game like 3 and 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 4, 5. It's like 4 and 5. But then notice we start to really heat up in the kills department after that. We start to really get some good slays. Is this an assist? What is this yellow thing? Have a good one, gamer family. Dad, thank you for stopping by, brother. Did he know that player was there, or did he use that audio cue? I don't. I heard the audio of that player sliding. Oh, he saw him here. Okay, so just a great anticipation as they're pushing over towards green side. It throws a well-placed grenade. Beautifully done. And again, this is kind of what I talked about before, though. Like, there's nothing flashy about the gameplay here. Good positioning, good damage, prioritizing his life, and just sneaking away kills. Oh, there's information everywhere, guys. It's all about how you use it. Look at this. Even without a call out, if his teammate dies over towards that back green, and he has a portal back there, like all the way back on the perimeter. So it's like, hey, well, you know what? Why not portal back, get himself an easy one-shot kill? Real simple.
We captured Alpha. The lead.
Get some information. Portals right out.
The enemy has captured Alpha.
Does the snake bite usually shot call kind of lead the team? That will tend to be a issue since I guess you meant to type eco, not formal. But yeah, I mean, you have snake bite. You have snake bite, Eco, and Lucid on the same team who all have the ability to play call, which is, I mean, in Halo, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. I think just whoever has the idea at the time communicates it. You know, whoever's dead has a third-person point of view. Like, I don't think it's bad to have two or three players that can be more vocal in the comms. Notice Preston in trouble. He's immediately going to switch out with him on this roll. Gets some easy damage there, but looks like nobody's able to capitalize. 2 one-shots. Hold on. I said nobody, but here comes Suppressed. So even in his gameplay, you know, he does well in the kills department, but also like unselfishly will like put down damage, even if it means giving up his life to know that he's creating an opening for the rest of his team. So still playing an unselfish brand of Halo, which, you know, we love that. I'm a noob? Nah, you're not a noob, brother. They've been down by most of this game, and I wonder, did it? I remember seeing the stats and seeing that I think he goes like 24 and 14, but I don't remember checking to see if they actually win the game. I think they do, like, because I remember correctly, I checked the stats, and I think FaZe like won like the last like 5 games of the Scrim. Like, they were getting kind of torched. Not gonna lie, FaZe were getting kind of torched. And then I think they won like the last like 5 games of the Scrim. We'll talk about the entire Scrim results after this. Good shots, good shots. Nice little dub. Oh. You know, and you know what? I was thinking to myself, and I was completely wrong by this. So hold on, I'm gonna tell you what I was thinking that he should have done, and I'm gonna tell you why I was wrong. So kill here, kills the sniper there. So I'm thinking, I heard active camo available. What does that mean? Camouflage is up right over here. So what could he do? He could take a direct route, going straight through cuts, and take a more direct route towards camo, and they might end up in the behind the player who actually is on camo. But look what he does instead. Knows that, remember, he kills the sniper, grabs that snipe, and now he knows that timing that he can kill this player before he pops camo, and then also simultaneously take C. What's the name of the objective? Playing the stronghold. So yes, camo is important. So yes, camo is important, but it's also important to freaking cap bases and keep that pressure on your opponent. And then on top of that, he's going to do some... Bro, hold on. 1, 2, and then shoots him over towards the bottom tower side, and then quickly snaps onto the grenades to try to go for remote detonation. Doesn't hit it, but still plays cover, comes back in, gets the trade for the triple kill. Give me this again. Yo, daddy, give me this again one more time. 1, 2, for the triple against Spacestation Gaming. Bro, Falcated is too good, bro. Too freaking good.
Translocator on the field. Gain the lead.
Again, great win. Dude, you're noticing some of these pivs that he's winning right now. He wasn't winning these pivs in the early game. Like in the early game, he struggled, but now just the confidence is flowing through him. It's a weird sentence. I don't know why I said that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. What? Oh god, well, I don't know what that was, bro. Hold on. Hold on. The only thing that can stop Falcated is the map. Like, okay, so he goes to curb slide and like misses his slide and then ends up like landing in this corner and then falls down here. That was just, bro. That was platinum level movement right there. Let me tell you. It just shows. It just goes to show that even pros are human, right? Oh, there we go. Curb slides his way into putting damage onto the first player and taking down the second. So one player goes down. Again, not all of it is the kills. A lot of assists as well coming out of Falcated right now. Curb slides, does damage onto the first, takes down the second, tries to get on the third. He's just trying to do max damage on the map again to open up a lane for the rest of his team. Like he's a player that can stuff the stat sheet, but he's also not like a stat whore. Like he's not just playing for the kills. He's also playing for the advantage for his team. And I think that's one of the things that makes him so special is that even without trying to be like this random like killmongerer, like he's also able to make winning plays and ones that are even going to highlight his teammates on the stats as well, which would love that. Why don't we take a look at those stats for the Scrim guys? This may surprise you, but FaZe were competitive. FaZe were extremely competitive in this matchup. They only end up losing by two games compared to Spacestation Gaming. I will say that this was heavily dominant towards SSG towards the beginning, and then FaZe ended up winning the last 4 in a row to kind of catch up a bit. But this was a dominant Scrim that was going a while for Spacestation Gaming. As far as the stats go, again, and also he was also the leading Slayer in the stats. Pretty up there as far as damage, secondary to Penguin as far as damage, because Penguin's assists were crazy, by the way. And again, not bad for FaZe Clan. Like FaZe, or I don't know, it's not official, I don't think, but either way, this maybe FaZe Clan is going to be one of the most underrated teams in the league. Like, you have the potential to beat anybody, and at no point in time should they not be fighting for top 4, top 3. Like, they're going to be competitive literally all year long. So gotta give a shout out to Falcated. Want to give a shout out to a lot more players as well as we continue doing this series. But yeah, that's your spectator analyzing video showing why Falcated is one of the most underrated Slayers and players in the entire league. Until next time, peace out.